So, for the past couple nights, I've been having such a bitch of a time trying to fall asleep. And I don't know what it is. Honestly, I think it was because of the night that one of the cats pissed on my sheets, and I went to bed super fucking late because that was the day that I had to be late at work anyways, so the fucking overnights are always late, you know? So that fucked up my sleep schedule, and then I was just waking up before work every fucking day, which is really fucking annoying because I used to work out before work, you know? Ever since I smoked that cigarette, you would think, oh, cigarettes make it so you have shitty sleep and whatnot. And honestly, I feel pretty fucking great now. I feel pretty fucking great. I was still like tossing a little bit last night, but I didn't wake up before work. It is fucking like 8:30. Like, holy shit, I don't work until 1, right? So that's fucking great. So everyone's just like, oh my god, the cigarette, ah! Honestly, I feel like it fucking helped me. It's like counterintuitive. Doesn't make any sense. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try and come up with a new strategy. Because now my sane brain is back because of the cigarette, and now I can think clearly once more. So I think what I'm gonna do is in the mornings when I go to get my coffee from my work, assuming they even fucking have coffee because, you know, God forbid they can't do their fucking job. You think it's funny, but every time I fucking go there, there's usually never any fucking coffee, and if there is, it's fucking cold. But I think in the morning, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna start running a couple miles every morning. And then when I get off work, I'm gonna go to the gym again. But I'm gonna be lifting weights at night because when you lift weights, you want something to be in your system so your muscles can like take advantage of the protein that's in your system, basically. So it's better to like lift weights when you have food in your system. And it's better to do cardio on an empty stomach because that burns the most amount of fat. So if you're talking about the most effective workout for anything, then in the morning, right when you wake up, you're gonna want to do cardio. And then at night, when you've had an entire day of eating food, you're probably gonna want to work out and lift weights and shit. Please don't fuck me around, car. Alright. Oh, holy shit. So, I feel fucking great. I just ran 2.5 miles, took me like 20 minutes or something. But, you know, maybe while I was on the treadmill, I was thinking about how a lot of people have been saying that I have like high testosterone or something, and like maybe that's why I get so mad. Maybe that's why I have fucking hair growing on my hands. But I was thinking, you know, maybe there's a cure, right? Maybe I just need to work out twice a day, and then that's how you get rid of all the fucking testosterone, you know? Maybe it's just working out twice a day. So, I'm hoping that this fucking works. This is day number 1 of testing it, and you know, you're gonna need a lot more fucking days to acquire information, because you can't just test it once and say that it's good. You need to test it many times. Many times. This morning, I was petting one of the cats. And the reason for it is because I saw a comment that said, pay attention to the cats. You know, like, it doesn't matter if they're yours or not, you know, whatnot, and saying that, like, cats show symptoms of depression and whatnot. But you guys know me. I like to think deeply about it. And I think, again, it goes deeper than what's at the surface. Because I guess you could say how I treat the cats are equivalent to how my parents treated me when I was a kid. Neglectful, right? I remember I had this like planner or whatever in middle school, and every day you had to get your parents' signature to like sign off on your schoolwork or whatever to show that you were doing it, basically. And I remember all the time having to forge my parents' signature because it just never felt like they cared enough, or they were never there, or fucking whatever. But you know, then all the time you hear, oh, well, what the fuck, why didn't you do this? Or, you know, like I said in a previous video, you only hear about the bad things you do. Like, they don't give a shit unless there's a problem. And a good analogy for this is one of our cats was gonna like die or something, or like we thought that something was wrong with her. And basically, for an entire week, I didn't do this. I just, like I said, I just do the same thing all the time. But for like a week straight, leading up to like bringing the cat in, everyone was giving the cat so much motherfucking attention, it was ridiculous. Like, every time you walk past it, just always give it attention. But that's only because you thought it was gonna die, right? Or was that attention the rest of the time? And you know, now that the problem was we just had to like switch the food out or whatever. So we switched the food out, and then the cat started looking healthier and whatnot. And then people just go back to not giving a shit. And it's like, I don't know, man. I can't help but feel like it just rubs off on you in some way. Like, whether you can help it or not, whether you're smart or not, sometimes maybe it just fucking rubs off on you and there ain't shit that you can do about it. You know, maybe my dad was exactly like me, trying to figure his shit out when he was my age, and he just got pissed, and then you were here before me, go! When I woke up this morning, I cleaned my room. I opened the shades in my bedroom for once, because usually it's always pitch black in there. But today, I let the sun shine through. And for some reason, today felt like the best day that I've had in a while, for some reason. And you know, I'm not going to sit here and pinpoint to claim to know why. Maybe it was the cigarette. Honestly, maybe it was just the fact that my brain was driving itself crazy because I didn't have any fucking nicotine in my system. Maybe that's really what it is. But I realized something today. It doesn't fucking matter, all right? And I was talking to my coworker about this, the one that always walks away from people, and he was bitching, and I was basically claiming that I didn't care about money, and he's like, well, if you don't care about money, why don't you just give it to me? And I was trying to explain to him the only reason I have what I have is because I made decisions that put me here. And the reason that you don't have what I have is because you made different decisions. But that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna give everything that I have away. And I told him that I give to people who I think that need it and are deserving. And he's like, I need it, give it to me. And I told him, but you're not doing anything. All I hear you do is bitch. And he goes, all I hear you do is bitch. And I'm like, I have the right to bitch. I have to deal with you all day. But basically, I was trying to explain to him that he didn't deserve to get it because he wasn't working towards anything, right? And I guess maybe I saw myself in him, like, you know, people tend to fucking project themselves onto people. But you just think that you deserve everything, right? You think, oh, I deserve this because I'm working so hard. But it's like, are you? Because you're probably not working so hard. And if you were, then you would fucking have it, right? Fuck this, I'm turning. I'm not gonna get stuck in a light. I can just turn here and easy peasy. Well, currently, I'm on my way to the gym so I can go run my 2.5 miles. But something that I've been thinking about, which is strange, is something must have clicked when I smoked that cigarette. Because last night when I was at work, sometimes the pumps outside have trouble reading people's cards, whatnot, and I used to get very annoyed. My coworker said the exact same thing as I would have said. He's like, God, it's so fucking annoying. Why can't they just get technology that fucking works? It's such a piece of shit store. And he's just like pissed about it. And I look at him and I'm just like, it's just what happens. It is what it is. You know, just don't give a shit. I can't be bothered. the way I see it, if it doesn't directly affect me, who the fuck gives a fuck? So, you know, maybe something did fucking snap in me. I just don't give a shit anymore. But like I said yesterday, it felt like the best day ever. Just so much motherfucking peace over my mind. It's like there's nothing now. Maybe the key is just to smoke 1 cigarette a month, because I think I went this entire month basically without a cigarette. It was like 3 weeks and some fucking change, but I believe that's the longest I've went without a cigarette, because usually it's like 2 weeks or something, but to go almost the entire month without a cigarette, that's fuck. No wonder I was acting so crazy. Just I'm actually crazy. It's not actually the cigarettes. Yeah, no, I think working out twice a day might be the cure to my problems, because after I get done working out, yeah, I feel great. However, then it like kind of starts to come back towards the end of the day, you know? And so like if I can just work out twice a day, maybe that's the answer. Ah, holy shit. So I just got done running my 3 miles, but I just remembered something that was funny, and it's not philosophical or anything. It's just something that happened at work. So we got this new guy at work. He's Mexican, but he's the fucking funniest person, I swear to you. And I was telling him he must feel like a god in the presence of white people, because he can speak 2 languages and most white people can't even fucking speak the one. And then I was also telling him, I'm just like, I may not know exactly how you feel, but I know how you feel, because I also get stopped at Walmart to see my receipt. I was talking about, or more I was ranting to my coworker about how people are like on their phones and driving and stupid bullshit. And this customer comes up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm fucking sick of it too. People don't know how to fucking drive. And he's like, I tell you, I was up here and there's so many fucking immigrants that are there. And like, I didn't say anything, but I'm just sitting here thinking, why the fuck do you gotta bring race into it? Like, I'm not sitting here, oh, those damn fucking Mexicans, those damn Asians, they don't know how to fucking do anything. It's like, no, if you're on your phone, you're on your phone. It doesn't matter what fucking race you are. If you don't know how to drive, you don't know how to drive. And that's something that I don't understand, right? When people see like race or something, like how can they think, oh my god, this person's gonna rob me, or oh my god, this person's gonna like blow something up? Like, I don't understand how people even think like that, because like when I see people, I don't see that. I just see a fucking person. I don't fucking think anything of it. And like, so like I really, sometimes I think that America isn't racist. They're just fucking ignorant. Because I remember I said something to my coworker, and he's like, "You trying to be racist?" I'm like, no, I'm just fucking stupid. Like, I'm not trying to be, like, I'm just fucking ignorant, you know? And I don't know, I feel like maybe most fucking Americans aren't racist, they're just fucking stupid. Uncultured. Like, I don't even know what a tamale is. And, no. So he was trying to teach me Spanish. He was trying to teach me, rollo. And I was hearing grollo. He's like, why are you putting a G in there? I'm like, I don't know, man. Every time you fucking speak, I just hear blah, blah, blah. It's just like, I don't understand how people can fucking, like, do vowels and shit. Like, I literally can't for the life of me, like, understand or, like, hear correctly about what they're saying and, like, reciprocate it. Like, I can speak some Spanish, and I do want to learn Spanish. Like, necesito una bolsa is need a bag. You know? But, fuck, it's just, people are funny. People are funny. I was thinking about the pursuit of truth in everything, right? And I realized that truth is subjective. Just because I want to believe that somebody is stupid and that's why they made the decision that they made does not mean that it is the truth. It is the truth to me. But it only makes me understand that the only way to know everything is to live every life that has been lived, to have every perspective that there is, because only then will you know what truth is, right? I think that the best thing that we can do is just have an open mind. Because a good example of this is people who are serial killers or turn out to be serial killers. They just like to pick and prod and say, oh, well, this is the reason why, or they just have a hate for humanity. And you know, that might be the truth to you, but it's not the truth, because the truth is in the eyes of the beholder. The killer has the truth. He's the only one that has the perspective of himself. And you don't understand until you're him, right? Or her. Or her. Females can kill people too. I've seen that. I saw the fucking show on Netflix. There's fucking female killers out there. For the love of God, it's kind of hot. Ah, holy shit. It's freezing in here. And while I wait for my car to heat up, I want to tell you guys a story about something that happened today. There's a guy that came in, and you could tell he was like homeless or not from around here and whatnot. He had a sign that said help and need money, and he was wondering if he could like stand on our property and whatnot and like hold the sign up and ask people for money and whatnot. But our rule is you can't have solicitors and shit, and you can't have people stand on the corner. I told him no, but like you can stand on public property, and he said he wasn't from around here. And the entire time he's telling me how he was trying to get out of treatment and get out of drugs, and he just needed like money to like help him get supplies for shit. Like, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me what he was spending the money on, but the entire time I was thinking, people don't give a shit, right? It doesn't matter where the fuck this man stands, right? If people are gonna give, they're gonna give, but the majority of people don't give a fuck, right? And so I told him I didn't know where he could stand. If he wanted to stand on the corner, that's all right, but I told him to wait a second, and I went to the ATM and I grabbed out $100 and I gave him 40, and he shook my hand and he told me his name was Andrew. But the way he shook my hand and the way he looked at me, it's like someone finally gave him a fucking break, you know? Like, just the look of relief, man. You know, he came back like 2 hours later and he showed me that he bought clothes and stuff for the winter because, you know, I assumed he was homeless and whatnot. Like he said, he was kind of like ruggedy looking, but like I said before, it's not about what he spent the money on. And I feel like that's what a lot of people's problem is, because that's what my problem was, right? When I was younger and I always saw these people that were like homeless and shit, my first thought was, why would I give them money? It's their fault they're in that situation, right? And for all I know, they're just gonna spend the money on drugs and alcohol. But now I realize it doesn't fucking matter, right? It doesn't matter what they spend the money on, because in their world, whatever they choose to spend the money on is gonna make them happy, right? So who am I to say, no, you can't fucking have that, right? Because to them it makes them happy. To them it makes perfect fucking sense. It might not make sense to me, but who gives a fuck, right? And I think that's something that I'm slowly starting to realize, and that's literally with everything that I think. It doesn't fucking matter, right? I used to be so caught up in, oh, what the fuck? Why the fuck would this person do this? Or how could you be so stupid? Why didn't you read the sign? There's signs everywhere. Oh, why would you do this? And fucking whatnot. And just being so stressed out and just making things more complicated than they need to be. And like I said, it doesn't fucking matter, because now I realize it is what it is. And getting mad is literally gonna do fucking nothing besides fucking hurt my brain and piss me off more. So if I just don't give a fuck, then there's nothing, right? I feel great. Like I said yesterday, it was like my best day ever after like smoking a cigarette. And today, I mean, I definitely felt like the nicotine fits today, just because like I did smoke a cigarette. But honestly, it's just maybe the key is just not give a fuck. I'm going to the gym, and I'm gonna carry my fucking kettlebell around, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of the punching bag, and it's gonna be great. Please don't fuck me around, car. Yeah. Alright. Fuck yeah. So, when I was at the gym, I used the punching bag that's there. And there's this guy that was in there that was using it. And if you would have asked me what I would have thought or done or fucking whatever months ago, I would have sat there and I would have been pissed for the entire time he was using it, and then used it after him, but then still would have been pissed. But instead, what I did is I noticed myself start to think that way. And instead I took out my earbud and I said, "You got some good footwork, good job." And I put my earbud back in. And then when he was done, I was talking to him a little bit, and you know, he gave me some advice because, you know, I hit the thing, but I don't go to class or anything, but you know, just chill conversation. He left. But again, just goes to show you, if you're just sitting there getting pissed, the only thing it does is piss you off. It doesn't do anything else. Like, I literally could have sat there very well for the next like half an hour and just been fucking pissed, but I didn't do that. And it feels great. Ah, holy fuck. I just got done with my shower and I realized that I'm fucking hungry. So I'm going to Taco Bell and it's going to be delicious. Ah, yes. But I was thinking, I think that there's a lesson to be learned throughout this entire episode, and that is, you don't control shit! And it's true. There's no certainty, no matter how certain you think you are. Because, let me tell you something. You know how your parents used to tell you to grab from the back because it's the freshest, and that how they rotate shit, and that's why you grab from the back? When I worked at Walmart, I just threw shit on the shelf. So you thinking that you're right in knowing that what we do, I mean, technically, yeah, you're right, but you're also not taking into consideration that I didn't give a fuck about my job and I just kind of threw it on the fucking shelf. So, you're actually wrong. Even though you think you're right, you're wrong. And that's why you don't control shit. You just gotta let it happen. I'm the man in the mirror. What you see is what you get. If you want to perceive me to be an asshole, fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. But I've also been seeing a lot of comments saying, "Oh my god, he's real." What do you mean I'm real? You're real. If you don't think that you're real or anyone else is real, then we're all in a fucking simulation and I'm not real either. But I really don't get it, because the way people explain it when they say, "Oh my god, he's real," is with like, I talk, but at the same time, you can do the same shit, and then what? We're literally exactly the same then. There ain't nothing special about me. And you thinking that you can't think is you thinking. So I don't want to hear shit about, "Oh, you can't think," or "I can't think." Clearly it's like, you thinking that is you thinking, so I don't want to hear shit. You could literally post a video about how you can't think about thinking, and it would probably get no views, but I don't fucking care. Yes. Taco Bell. Oh, what the fuck is that in the road? What the fuck? I just want to say this before I end the video. This is a personal attack on Tesla, Spotify, and Intel. Their stock prices are too damn high, and they need to come down so I can buy. Fuck. I remember I was buying Intel at 25, and I was like, holy shit, what a deal. And then it just kept fucking going up. And now it's at 45, and I didn't even get my position built. And then Spotify, it was at like $75. And I remember checking it, I was like, holy fuck. And I bought a couple shares and I was gonna transfer money. And then next thing you know, it's fucking $150 a share. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And now it's $180 a share. And then Tesla, heaven forbid, fuck, their earnings just keep going down. And you'd think, oh, the stock is gonna dip and there's gonna be a buying opportunity. But no, apparently everyone else is thinking the same thing, and they're not even waiting for the dip. They're just fucking buying and it just keeps fucking going up. What the fuck? Yes. You know, a good TLDR for this whole episode here is, what's the point? Like, actually, like, you sit here and you overthink for what? For fucking nothing. Like, yeah, I can use my head and I can think about things, but I don't have to think about why people are so fucking stupid, because I already have the solution to that. And here's my solution, right? There's a finite amount of IQ points, right? And so if you have two people with an IQ of 100 and I want to be smart, so I take 40 of his points. Now I have 140 and he has an IQ of 60. So that makes me a fucking genius or something, like IQ has any relevance at all. Like let's pretend it fucking does. I'm a genius and then this guy's a fucking idiot.